Hi everyone, this is Ashley Halliday-Schmidt and I'm the director of the Northwest Michigan Coalition to End Homelessness. I wanted to take a few moments today to provide a quick update as we are approaching 1 year into the new structure of the coalition and 1 year into my new role as director. First of all, I would like to acknowledge what an incredibly challenging year this has been for absolutely everyone. I envisioned my first year in this role a little bit different and really envisioning it where I was able to get into offices and have office hours with our agencies, our partner agencies, and really getting into the communities and learning what makes them unique and what innovative strategies we can implement in each specific community related to the work to end homelessness. However, although we weren't able to do this in person, I do think we were able to, via technology and Zoom, we were able to align our mission, our vision, and our strategies across the 10-county region, which is really our goal, in a really cool way that I don't think we would be able to have been able to accomplish had we been traveling all over Northwest Michigan. So hopefully this coming year we'll be able to get back into communities a little bit easier and a little bit safer. But until that time, I do think we have made great progress in aligning our mission and vision and goals across the 10-county region. This approach in doing this has helped us streamline processes, strategies, and services in a way that is consistent in every community, even though the need is different in each community. So, when a need arises, although the resources might be different in each community, the approach, the strategy, and the services should really look the same no matter where someone across the 10-county region is experiencing homelessness. And we do this work through constant and consistent communication between service providers across the coalition during our work groups. And those work groups are led by our fearless Assistant Director, Dave Ransom. Dave helps our coalition identify needs through a data-driven approach, and he's always looking for ways to align our support, services, and funding toward our greatest needs identified in those work groups. So now I'd like to take some time to talk about or to really lift up the work of the working groups across the coalition. So we started this by building a collaborative working group structure across the 10-county region that works from a common agenda no matter the presenting concern. We're finally able to reach a place where all of our work is focused on making homelessness rare, brief, and one time. We're also finally becoming able to measure that work in a really kind of simple way, as well as measure the effectiveness of each program we implement. We now have a system performance plan as well as a continuous quality improvement plan that guides the data and standards across the coalition. And we do that because we know ending homelessness requires building a system that leverages programs and resources in the most efficient manner in order to house as many people as possible. So one of the innovative ways that the work groups have come up with to do that is to implement a diversion strategy in the Greater Grand Traverse region, and that will soon be rolled out beyond the Greater Grand Traverse region. But this is the first time we've made this program a reality for all people accessing the homeless response system in the Greater Grand Traverse region for the first time. And so that's really cool. We just implemented that this past month, and so we're ready to start measuring that and rolling it out beyond the Greater Grand Traverse region. We're able to identify this strategy as a need in the region through data tracking around the inflow and outflow of people experiencing homelessness across the area. So we're now, because of our data and this new structure, we're able to track on a monthly basis how many people are entering our system and how many people are exiting to permanent housing. Some counties in our region are getting so close to being able to reach a functional end to homelessness, which means they have more people exiting homelessness than they have entering. And that's the goal of everything that we do. And so we're really excited, and hopefully in the next year or two, maybe two, we'll be able to announce that we've reached a functional end to homelessness in some of our communities. And then really the highlight I'd like to end on is since May of 2020 through this data tracking that we're now doing, 399 households have found permanent housing with support of the homeless response system. So in 1 year, almost 400 households are no longer homeless because of the hard work of the people in this coalition. So thank you. And I'd like to close by thanking every single person working in the field to end homelessness for the strength and compassion that you have shown throughout this incredibly difficult year, while remaining dedicated to the people who we have the privilege of serving. Thank you to our emergency shelter staff for keeping our shelter guests safe from COVID-19. Thank you to our call center staff for triaging all of those calls and making sure that those with the highest service needs get served immediately and appropriately. Thank you to our street outreach workers who day in and day out work to get people off the street alive and into housing. Thank you to our housing-based case managers for doing all the incredibly demanding work that it takes to help our most vulnerable maintain their housing and never experience homelessness again. And thank you to our program managers and directors and supervisors for challenging me, for advancing this work, and for always working collaboratively to reach an end to homelessness in our communities. So we're looking forward to another great year ahead where homelessness becomes rare, brief, and one time across Northwest Michigan. Take care and stay safe.